Good morning, my dear gamers. Mashu here. We're back with another review, but it's not one you might have expected. I know everyone for now is just waiting for the diesel or whip sets in order to be reviewed, and trust me, I have too, but I haven't got the chance to buy them yet. So to alleviate the wait, we're gonna review a set that I had since last year, but didn't really show it on my channel. I do remember seeing it in last year's assortments of sets, but I was really sick when it first came out, so I couldn't buy it at the time that it was released, so I had to wait quite a while longer. Enough story time. Today we're gonna look at the metal collection, Jane's and the Cow Corral set. Yes, I said Corral. I'm gonna say Corral with 2 R's like it says in the box, instead of Coral with 1 R. Because if I say coral, it reminds me of a coral reef. Anyway, who cares? As you could quite obviously tell, this box has a different design compared to the ones from nowadays. I'm not gonna list every single change because I'm not Fisher-Price or Mattel or anyone. But for starters, there's no Fisher-Price logo on top of the Thomas cloud. In the bottom left hand corner of the box, we don't see the Mattel logo, instead there's the Fisher-Price logo, and the character promo isn't on the bottom left hand corner anyway. At the time, the toy range was called Push Along, and it wasn't until this set where it started to be called Metal Collection, meaning that the Metal Collection banner here was new at the time. And something I don't really like about this box has to be the front main image of the set. In previous sets we've seen, we have stuff like a beautiful render with more space in order for some artwork to flesh. But here we get like a slapped on photoshopped image of the set in a living room with a kid in it, just blocking out some of the art. In my opinion, it doesn't look as streamlined compared to the renders. The top of the box has the Thomas card alongside an image of the full set in action, while the bottom has a gobbledygook nobody reads. This compatible area hasn't changed from the other sets, and the piece count here actually says that it has 18 pieces. If you remember Dockside Delivery, that one boasted on having 17. So here we have one more added piece. Wow, so much value. And the back of the box has a more detailed description of how the set plays. For the curious ones, yes, in the top left corner of the box it says Metal Collection instead of Motorized. So it seems like the new set assortment simply had a big error that nobody fixed. Well, what do you say? Let's move on over to looking at the set out of the box. Finally, the instructions are actually interesting for once. They're not just made in the regular style of the other ones. While the other ones were more of a 4-page roadmap, this one is actually made like a book. I mean, sure, this one just has a fold-out segment, as you can see, but it looks a whole lot more professional than the other ones. I will gladly take this style of instruction manual rather than the other ones. As a parent's note, this set does come with a sticker sheet. One is for a buffer and the other's for a billboard. Time to look at the model of the included character, which is James. Fun fact, I didn't get a regular James model until March of this year. So this James was actually the first James model that I had for AEG. I like him, with stuff like the semi-open cab and all. But obviously the most important part about this one included with the set is the face. A stock standard James is looking straight ahead, while the one included in the set is almost looking at something which is on the ground. You can do a scene where James is actually looking at the cow included with this set. The face could also be used for, say, a conversation with another engine. So yeah, thumbs up on the face variant. The cargo car we get with this set is pretty interesting. Now, I don't know the official term of this, but I think it's called a livestock wagon. It uses the motorized style plastic wheels and axles that we mentioned in the previous review, and it's built quite nicely. I will mention the features it can do in just a second. In terms of cargo / accessories, we actually have 2 of them, one of them being cargo and the other one being livestock and or an animal. The yellow cargo I'm pretty sure is supposed to represent haystacks or hay bales, while the included animal is quite obviously a cow. From the cows that I've seen in some AEG episodes, I guess this one is kinda show accurate. Although I do feel like the facial expression it has, it's a little bit more angrier than I remember. So the aforementioned car can be played in 2 ways. Firstly with the hay. Due to the open room, you can easily fit the hay inside. Is what I would say if this wasn't a tight fit. It's quite snug and you need to put a fair amount of force in order to put it very secure. But it's there. And due to the fact that the car actually has 2 pegs in it, the cow can easily fit. I much recommend to play with this using the cow. It's much easier to get it out. I know that some of you spotted that the haystacks actually had a hole inside for a regular flatbed. It's nice to report that it actually does work. For now, I'm giving these two accessories a massive thumbs up. They bring a lot of life into this set, and they're very much usable in a fair amount of ways. Moving on to the truck layout, you can see that it's actually a pretty sizable set for the price. I will argue and say that Dockside Delivery does have a better length, but Cow Corral definitely has a better theming to the whole track. You can see stuff like a large amount of green that could represent grass, and I really like the darker purple they use for the Rocky Mountain section. It really does make it look like an actual mountain. Before we get into playing, I did wanted to mention the billboard because I know somebody will scream at me if I didn't. As much as I despise these billboards, at least I gotta give this one a little bit of credit. I mean, there's a literal cow on the line, and on the background you can see a barn that could represent Farmer McCall's farm. I haven't seen enough AEG in order to confirm that, but you get the main idea. We're gonna take the cow over to Farmer McCall's farm because there's a haystack surprise. Let's go. Yep. Here's the hay bales. Grabbing skills. Yep. Post-production Mashu speaking. I didn't know at the time if cows liked or eat hay, so I searched it up. One such forage option that has proven to be both appealing and nutritious for cows is hay. Hay is grass cut, dried, and stored for later use as fed. Its appeal to cows lies in its palatability, meaning it is easy to consume and digest. So I guess I'm not a stupid idiot. Just imagine if play. Now I gotta take the hay over to the station. Sorry, cow. Downhill action. There we go. With that, well, you're at the station. It's better to play the set through this side because James can actually look at the station, or James can look at the cow. That's pretty much the whole set explained. Time for the final thoughts and star reading then. For starters, this set definitely has the better accessories compared to the other ones that we've seen. And it isn't just because this set includes more accessories than usual, it's because the accessories are actually based off the theme of the set. They add to the imagination. They add power to the imagination a person can have with this, especially if it's a kit. And this track layout is leagues better than old mine, definitely. I think I've said more than enough that I wanted to say. This set is getting a full star. So in case a store near you still has dead stock of this set, definitely pick it up. I recommend it a lot. Werewolves definitely need to come back to a set like this, especially when it's a little bit older now. I do have a couple other sets that I want to check out which are a little bit older, so if you want to see those, leave a comment below. But for now I want to focus on what's new and upcoming. So, see you guys next time. Bye bye.